Hello everyone, hope you're all okay and had a nice weekend. Right, I'm just coming on, nothing much to show you. I didn't do much of anything last week. All I did was, I'm not going to show you today, but all I did was sorted that big box full of treasure out that I showed you, and I dissected the lampshade that was in with that stuff. What else have I done? Some of the sheer curtain fabric that I showed you, I've been sitting making singed petals, but haven't made them into flowers. So when I make them into flowers, I'll come on and show you those. And I didn't really do a lot of anything else last week. I was a bit, I don't know what I was, but a bit unproductive and couldn't seem to get on with anything. And anyway, a load of old cod wash last week was. We all have weeks like that, don't we? It's probably because the week before we'd been on holiday and I don't know. But anyway, so what I've been doing over the weekend, I thought, I fancy playing with my charcoal again. So while I've been sitting watching, trying to catch up on some YouTube videos, I've been playing with my charcoal. Right, I'll show you this one first, which is a bit spooky. That's the only one I've done in this, but well, I've shown you all the others in there, so we won't go through those again. But she wasn't meant to be spooky, but now she's finished, I think. And then I thought, wow, it's coming up to Halloween. She'd fit in well with Halloween. Mr. Doodle said to me a while ago when I was showing him some of the other things that I'd done, he said, oh yeah, they're really good. He said, but try and do one with the smiling face. So that was my attempt at a smiling face. Oh dear, but I do like her. I've just keep that open and have it on my bed. I've been looking at it all the time, thinking I really like it. But yeah, I just love working with charcoal. I think it's just because it's messy. And I've been watching a few videos of charcoal drawings and that. I can't think of anybody in particular. Don't know names, but there was one I was watching. Who was it? It was a lady, and she was saying, ever such a professional artist, you know, this isn't meant to look like a proper person. I'm never going to attempt to even try to do that because that just isn't me. I have no desire to have. But this particular lady, I wanted to say her name's Kirsty somebody, I can't remember. She is a professional artist, and one of the videos I watched, she was saying about why, you know, she loves working with charcoal. She does all sorts of other mediums as well, but she says she likes working with charcoal, and she thinks that one of the reasons that it puts a lot of people off is because it is so messy. And there was a bit where she was you know, telling you how not to be messy, but for me, the messy side of it is what I like, and I like to blend with my fingers. I've got the blending stumps, which I do use sometimes, but I just like to do it with my fingers. And yes, I get charcoal all over my hands, but I like that. I know a lot of people won't, and like this lady said, I expect that's why it puts people off. But she tells you, if I can find the video, I'm sure her name was Kirsty somebody, if I can find it, I will leave the link in case anybody's interested, because it's just a lovely thing to play with, you know, regardless of your drawing ability. I don't, you know, that is that. It won't get any better than that because I'm not trying to get it any better than that. I just like playing with it. And you know, I was always one of these, oh, I can't draw, I can't draw. I used to hate it at school. Well, I don't know whether art lesson was one of the lessons I skived off school for. I can't remember that. I know PE was, which I've spoke about before. But I used to hate it because, you know, the teacher would say, I can't even remember who my teacher was, but, you know, draw this, draw, and I struggled to do stick people. So I always grew up with that I can't draw attitude. And it's only sort of 5 or 6 years, 5 years ago, I think it was 2015, that I thought, I don't like having this I can't attitude. If you have that attitude, you've failed to start with, haven't you? And, you know, I thought, well, just give it a go. It's only a couple of years ago that I started doing charcoal, but you know, if you as a viewer have got that I can't draw attitude, just ditch it. Ditch that attitude and have a go, because oh, well, obviously if you want to, if you know, if you sort of think I can't draw, I wish I could, then just try it, because if I can do it, then you know, anybody can do it. And you know, you might decide that you want to try and improve and get better and do realistic pictures. For me, I just like this sort of thing and the fun aspect of it. But yeah, please give it a go, whatever you try, medium you try. But I just love charcoal. Yeah, and I've gone off of that a bit, haven't I? Going back to this lady, she shows you all, if you don't like getting messy, how to do it. And instead of blending with your fingers, she uses a brush. And she's saying about putting your hand on the, you know, on your canvas. Obviously it's charcoal, it's dust, and you transfer the charcoal everywhere. And you know, she says try and keep your hand up, but if you do need to put it down, put a sheet of like greaseproof paper or something underneath. And yeah, she's just giving you tips and tricks and that sort of thing. So anyway, that's 7 minutes and that's all I've shown you, but there's not a lot more to show anyway. And I have those kneadable erasers. They're ever so good. I love them because well, I tend to pick my scrap bits of of charcoal up with them, and so you've got this white eraser and it ends up absolutely black. And the first time I thought, well, that's not going to last long, but you just need it and it's just magical because all the black disappears. But it's just, I just love it. I can get lost in doing that, and they don't really take me very long, because as I've said in videos when I've shown my drawings and that, I don't want to spend an hour practicing on perfecting an eye. You know, I know traditionally when teachers and that or artists that will show you divide your picture up. I've tried it, I have tried it when I very first started, and I very soon realised, no, I can't be doing that, dividing it all up and then doing it all symmetric. No, that's not for me. I admire everybody that, I'm not knocking anybody, because you know, however you do it for you. But I can remember reading somebody once saying, I don't even know whether it was on a YouTube video, but somewhere, saying that they'd spent an hour and a half, I don't know whether it was doing a nose or an eye, and I thought, and they was getting frustrated, and I thought, no, I don't want that. Life's frustrating enough. I don't want to get frustrated and stressed out about a piece of paper and a pencil. No, I want to just enjoy it. So that's what I do. Anyway, that's that. Oh my God, I'm gabbling on this morning. I'm looking out the window. I've got my washing out. It was beautifully sunny earlier on, and it's gone really cloudy. And I've just spoken to Mr. Doodle, and he said that where he is, it's pouring with rain. So he said, keep a look out for the rain coming. Right, I'm going to show you these next. Right, this one, I started it back in, well, a year ago, basically. Done the outline, black pen, and it goes through to the other side. And I saw Jean Bainey do this. She'd had the same sort of thing, so she went over there, because it's just cheap paper and the permanent marker had gone through. She did it on the other side, so that's what I tend to do now. But I hadn't coloured them in, so I sat and coloured these in last night with whatever my pencils are. Can't remember. Prismacolor, is it? Something. And again, I don't try. I'm not into doing all the shading. I know that one looks as though it's been shaded a bit, and probably I have done a bit, but I don't stress over thinking, because I can never get my head round the shading, and they say, oh well, this is where the light for. I can't get my head round it, so I don't bother too much. And she's not got eyelashes. She's real spooky. Yes, so it's just fun. I love it. I don't know where this hair came from, but yeah, so that's those two. That's all I did in there. I did that last night. I did that. Oh, I've not put a date on that. Well, that one's got 24th of the 9th when I started it. It's only took me a year. It's not bad, is it? Right, I'll show you another charcoal one. In this one, which I think I did the same night as I did that other one. Let me find it. This is my book of. This is wallpaper that I had originally used for jelly printing and that, and then when it was all covered, I thought, oh, I'm going to make a journal. I think it was when Kylie Koo was doing I can't remember what she called it now, but making a journal from nothing sort of thing. Just I can't think what she called it, but yeah, so it's all just sort of pieces of paper. It's not got, oh, that's one that I did ages ago. No date on it, last year I think that was. But this is the one, and this is on crinkled paper. And it's not very, I don't know whether it's picking it up. Not smiling, is she? But I just love it. I love, and I do use the spray. I can't show you it, but it's is it a Daily Rowney? No, not Daily Rowney. It's in a little bottle. It's a liquid that I picked up from Hobbycraft a long time ago for £1. I thought, oh, that'll come in handy one day, probably, and it has done, because I put it in a little spray bottle and spray it. But that's that one. It's just fun, isn't it? And then the last one, 13 minutes, that's all I've shown you. The last one, right, I've started in this book, and it's just plain paper. Right, it's not special page, it's just a notebook from Hobbycraft. I think it was £1 or something, or 4 books for £1, cheap paper. Right, I've always been a bit of a daydreamer, as in I just sit there with my eyes floating, basically. Now, I've always been like, you used to get told off at school for just daydreaming, looking out the window. Probably all us young girls used to do, you know, when we was daydreaming about boys and David Cassidy and that sort of thing. But anyway, yeah, so I just, my eyes tend to just do their own thing, basically. And I end up seeing shapes and things in, oh, I can't explain it, but you know, with is it pareidolia, where you I don't know, you see shapes, don't you, in like clouds, and you see pictures and that sort of thing. Well, that happens to me when I let my eyes relax. You know those magic eye pictures? Do you remember those from a few years ago, your magic eye pictures? Well, it's a bit like that, but nothing like that. I just let my eyes float and then say, I don't know, the light and the shadows on walls and anywhere. I just see things. Oh, I know I'm a weirdo. And for a long time I've been thinking, sometimes it's when I'm sat in the bath. Too much information, I know. So for a long time I've been thinking, I'm going to take pencil and some paper when I have a bath, and I have done a couple before many years ago, or 5 years ago, when I first started drawing, I think, and I did show them, but they've disappeared. That was just on scrap paper, I think. So yesterday I thought, right, I'm going to go and have a bath, I'm going to take my charcoal and my pencil in. So there I am, and this is what I saw. I hope it doesn't frighten you. I love him. Poor old, oh, what did I call? I thought I got a name for him last night, but he became a man. It was just a little face to start with, and I thought, yeah, it's looking very masculine. He's got his eyes closed. He's a bit upset. I suppose it's because he was looking down at me in the bath, and he's like, oh my God. But yeah, so this is going to be my relaxing of the eyes book. I don't know what else to call it, but that's all I've done in there. But I like that one as well. I am weird, aren't I? But do any of you, my lovely viewers, do you have the you know, relaxing of the eyes and seeing things, or is it, am I the only one on the planet? That is totally weird. But it's fun. And there was another one as well, but I thought, no, I'll do that another night, you see, and then another night it probably won't be there. It's just, it's weird. Yeah. Right, on that weird note, I'm going to leave you with her. I really love her. Don't know whether to give her a name, but she's a bit spooky to me. Right, have a lovely week, everyone. I don't know if or when I'll be back. I'm going to be, oh, I might be back because I want to start making some more flowish journals. Excuse me. So I've started doing, I've got a load of Tyvek bags and I've started painting them. So I like to use these for flowish journal covers. I did these, I think it was on Friday, but today, when I finish this video, excuse me, I'm going to go outside and have a little read while the sun's still out, and then I want to come in here and do some stenciling and such like, so I might come on and do that. But these are the Pebeo paints that I've used, these sort of paints. I'm going to use this colour on the black. I did some of those years ago and they was really nice. What's that? Yeah, so I just used an old card and just literally scrape, and I love that sound. It's so relaxing when I'm doing it. I don't suppose for 1 minute anybody would enjoy me just doing that, but I did think I would come on and I'll put the video on while I'm stenciling it or something. But look at the Pebeo paint shimmer. There's three, I think there's 3 colours on here. But anyway, I hadn't really intended showing you those, but that's what I'm going to be doing later, hopefully. Need to have a better week this week. I didn't like last week. I was pleased when it was over. So, yes, thank you for watching, everyone, and listening to my utter twaddle, which should only have taken like 2 minutes to show you what I've got to show you. But I do love her. I do love her. Right, take care, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye.